be incorporating several properties we've been talking about with angles and with angle pairs, but the main thing we need to focus on is the triangle angle sum theorem, which states all the angles in a triangle add up to be 180. So we're going to be using that to help us find the missing angle, which in this case it's x in example 1, x in example 2, and example 3 has a bunch of unknowns, a, b, c, d, e, and f. So get excited about that. But for now, let's focus on example 1. So I'm given that this angle right here is 35. That says 35. This is 100. And I need to somehow work my way from this 35 all the way to the x. So let's see what kind of properties we can use. Okay, so first of all, if you see here, I spot an x, two intersecting lines. And there's a special kind of angle pair that occurs when we see this x kind of shape form, or when we see two lines intersect. Do you remember the angle pairs that form at the x's? Holy hot dog, you guys are insanely smart. It is going to be vertical angles, and we know that vertical angles are congruent. So this angle is congruent to this angle, which means this angle is 35 degrees. Oh man, so I'm getting closer. So now that I have two angles in my triangle, so now let's just focus on the triangle, ignore this. Now that I have two angles in my triangle, how can I find this third angle right here in my triangle? Well, I know two angles, so to get to the third angle, I know that all the angles in a triangle add up to be 180. So if I add these together and subtract from 180, bam, I'm going to have that angle. Okay, so I know that 35, I don't know what I'm writing. 35 plus this 100 plus my unknown, this little blue speck that I put right here. So I'm just going to call that, I don't know, for now I'll call it y. I don't know what it is. All right, they should add up to be 180. So I'm going to add these together and then bring them to the other side, and bam, I'll know my y. So 35 plus 100, when I add those bad boys together, you get 135 plus y equals 180. All right, I need to solve this thing for y, so I need to bring my 135 to the other side, which the way I do that is by subtracting 135 on both sides. All right, which 135 minus 135 cancels out and turns to 0. 180 minus 135 will give me 45. All right, so I know this angle right here is 45 degrees now. All right, so now if I know this angle, I want to try to find that angle somehow. Let's take a look at this. What do these two angles form, the ones that are next to each other? So this one and this one. So these two that are side by side, you guys see that they form this line right here? Holy hot dog, these two are a linear pair. They form a line. And what is the degree of a line? It is 180. So these two are side by side and form a line, which means they must add up to be 180. So I'm going to have my 45 plus my x. Those should also add up to be 180 because they form a line. Okay, so I need to solve this thing for x. So the way I bring my 45 to the other side is by subtracting that thing on both sides. 45 minus 45 cancels and turns to 0. 180 minus 45 gives me, let's see here, 135. Yay, so my final x value is 135. Yay, so x equals 135 degrees. Oh man, you guys, wasn't that fun? I think these are like a fun activity. They're kind of like a little puzzle. You got to get to all the angles using the nifty properties I've taught you. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.